Well, welcome, it's Mike here. Today's video, I've ventured to Monarto Safari Park. It's under an hour's drive from Adelaide, which is the capital city of South Australia. I've just entered in here to the foyer or the reception area. Now, it's the largest safari park outside of Africa. I'd been here many years ago, but it was much smaller. And it was a late minute decision to come here. We got here late afternoon, which wasn't ideal. But we bought the tickets here, $49 for an adult, concession $36. And I was out with my parents, they were standing there. It was a late minute decision to come to the Monarto because we'd heard big reports about the improvements made. So we thought we'd come and have a look. Here's a cafeteria, there's reception, there's restaurants. As I said, it was late in the afternoon at noon, so a lot of people had been and gone. Now what you'll see here is African wildlife, mainly giraffes, lions, rhinos, cheetahs, meerkats. Lots of native Australian species like the Tasmanian devils, bilbies, massive assortment of different Australian kangaroos, wallabies. So you come outside here and you wait for the bus. A bus will pick you up. Now look at the size of it, amazed me. It's 1,500 hectares. Now there's a walking trail just beyond the sign here that started off, so you can go there and just walk it, which is about 12 kilometres in length. So we're not quite up to that, especially my parents my father's 90, so he was waiting for the bus, and the bus will turn up here and take us around. The parents never got off the bus. The bus just drove them around looking at all the different sites. I got off the bus a few times and looked at the elephants and cheetahs. A little bit closer.
Hopefully you should see Cheetah. In fact, we just got out there, so that's already good. So we're here to try and connect people with animals and to save species from extinction. It's our purpose in life, our mission.
We're in the Meerkat enclosure here at the Monarto Zoo. So you just get off the bus stops wherever you want to get off, and then you go and have a look at each individual animal, whatever you want to see, and then wait for the next bus. That's not a bad little enclosure for the meerkats. I don't know what that one's digging for, but he's gone mad on digging. What are you digging for, mate?
Apparently they can bite quite well.
Hey. Alright, we're in the chimpanzee enclosure here. There's a big fella down there. I am here on a very cold day, and I just spoke to the what are you? You're the lady who handles the chimps?
Well, no, I'm just a volunteer.
Yeah. So this lady's a volunteer. I said, where are the chimps? And then I walked around here, and they're all sitting in here, resting in the warmth. Look at that one there, the mother with a baby. There's a bit of a backlash from the mirror here, but
Yes, get a bit of reflection.
you get a bit of a reflection in here. But there's one over there in the corner with a rug over him. And there's another one over there sitting with a rug. And there's a big fella there. He's just sitting there. So that makes sense. I saw one walking over there and I wondered where all the others were. Yeah. That's a better close-up. The Chimpanzee Pavilion. Yeah, how's that, eh? Look at that. Very good. Very beautiful big outdoor pavilion there. Yes, I got here a bit later. If you're going to come to these sort of things, you should come in the morning. But my parents just said on the way after the place we were before this, oh, do you want to drop into Monarto Zoo? So we just dropped in here, but now I've got to walk to the Asian elephant enclosure, and then I'll get a bus, pick up a bus from there. The buses come every 20 minutes. So the lady back there said 900-metre walk to the Asian elephants. So I might as well do that and then have a look at them, then get a bus to the next place. Now, what's this say? Asian elephants, black rhino. Yeah, well, it's middle of winter coming here, which is nice and cool, as you can see the way I'm dressed, but not too bad. You wouldn't want to come here in the middle of South Australian summer, January, February or so, because you know, could be 40 degrees or hotter walking around in here. So, but this is typical South Australian outback. We've had a very, very dry summer. So they've only recently, according to the last guide that was on the bus, we've had only recently a decent sort of rain, which has put some moisture back in the earth. But this is interesting because when I was on the bus and the safari volunteer spokesman, this is the second biggest safari park in the world, Monarto. So I know they've done a lot of improvements to it and increased its size over the years. I was surprised with that. We've just entered the Asian elephant enclosure. So there's a big fella standing there. Now I've got to keep an eye on the time because it closes at 4:30. And I've got to find the bus, of course. Keep moving. Oh, that's good. So how many elephants are in here? There's only one elephant here, is there?
Yeah. They don't let them all out at the same time because they're not used to each other yet. There's two elephants who'll come out and they're both from Sydney and they know each other.
Yeah.
And then these other elephants have come from different zoos, and so they don't let them out.
They're still not happy.
Not quite yet. I mean, they're in their pens.
Yeah, well, there's only one elephant there who's just a recent arrival. They've got other elephants here, but they've come from other zoos, and they stay in the enclosures together in different areas, but they don't let them all out in the one big reserve like this at this stage because they're a bit worried that they don't know each other well enough or something, and there could be problems. So they're just waiting for them to spend a little bit more time in the enclosures before they let them out into the large area like this. But it's a massive reserve. You do the whole lot on foot. If you really want to get up close to each of the animals here, you need to leave the bus and do it on foot, because you're going to take the time to come here. You want to get up close.
Okay, so 3 different animals in this habitat. Ostriches, giraffes and elands. And we've got some ostriches to start off with on the door side there. We get past this fence. So the black one you see on the left hand side is the male and the grey one is the female. So because we're going towards the end of the day, a lot of the animals head towards where their night quarters are. So the giraffe night quarters on the other side of that fence there, which is why the giraffes are sort of gathering up there. We've bred a lot of giraffes in the park over the years since we started, in that we've had over 80 giraffes born in the park. Yeah, you just see one there on the driver's side having a drink. Notice that their legs are slightly splayed, so even though they've got long necks, they still have to splay their legs in order to get down to take a drink. So there we're seeing the tallest of the land animals. They can be 5.5, 6 metres tall. Good. Okay. So we've got 2 males here on this section of the habitat. So they're slightly larger. The males in the wild tend to stay together as coalitions, but you can just see the beauty of his body, see the long, sleek body. You're looking there at the fastest of the land animals. He can run 110 to 120 kilos per hour. He'll keep up with you on the freeway when you're on the speed limit for about 30 seconds, and then his body temperature will go up, and he'll have to stop and wait for his body temperature to go down again. You can see he's got a long tail that acts as a rudder while he runs. Oh, look at that. They're lucky people, don't you get to see them this close. Magnificent animal. So you can see he's got this distinctive colouring of the hyenas. I'm showing you that back one is the male. Yeah. So we have male there, female. Hyenas have a matriarchal society, so they have a female head, and then all the other females come next, and then the males are sort of at the bottom of the totem pole, which is why the male tends to stay away, because he'll be the last one eating. So there we can see our dogs going really beautiful. Look at their big ears. poor accuracy in. So as I said, these are our 3 largest lions that we've got. They're about 9 years old. So they would just about be full size now, I would call it 9 years, wouldn't they? Yeah.
Last time I came through it was a female on the male.
You can see that they have the distinctive mane, which is believed to protect them when they're fighting. Male lions can hunt, but they don't usually, because the females will do the hunting, and they're there to basically look after the pride. So the females will hunt, and they'll bring the food back to the pride, and then the males will eat first to keep their strength up, and then the rest of the pride will be allowed to eat as well.
So there it is, that's the Monarto Safari Park. We're at the end of the tour here, going through the gift shop. If you do come here, there's also a wildlife sanctuary with a resort. 20 luxury tents called an eco glamping tents. There's also 78 designed rooms with suites with views of the wild African precinct. It's got 2 outdoor swimming pools, a day spa, a thermal plunge pool, ice bath. It's got a restaurant and a bar overlooking the watering hole. So you can go on exclusive dawn and dusk safaris in a custom safari vehicle. Prices start at about $395 per night for 2, up to 2-bedroom suites, 4 people, $695 per night. So there's lots to be seen here. But if I'm advising people, come a bit earlier in the day, preferably morning. If you leave it too late, the animals start heading to their night quarters, and then you don't get such a good vision. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed Monarto Safari Park. Well worth a visit.